All right, that's Mark Walber, our legal correspondent, and we move from him to Tony Picente, the Oneida County executive. Tony, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. Do
good.
you have a favorite NFL team that you follow with the season beginning tomorrow?
You know, I've always been a 49er fan for a number of years, so I still kind of hang with them.
Yeah, it's interesting. How did you become a 49ers fan?
It goes way back to high school, and and Joe Montana when he went there from Notre Dame, and I just kind of stuck with the 49ers through all of that, that success, and just kind of stayed there.
Mm-hmm. See that you're making a big announcement today about affordable dental care. Can you fill us in on that?
Well, yeah, we're working with the New York State Association of Counties, which has a dental program that really helps out people that don't. It's not an insurance plan, so I don't want to confuse people in that regard. But it really helps out. It's a dental program that you can buy into for a small fee. Anybody can buy into it, and it will reduce your dental costs with those participating dentists around the state and around the area. That and there's really more than over 100,000 across the country, but there's several in our area. And what it does is it gives a reduced cost for basic things like cleaning and other extractions and X-rays, etc. So it's a simple application, and it's a simple fee that is where is it? It's $52 for a family coverage, or it's $36.50 for an individual. It's a 12-month program, and very simple form. We'll have them at the county building and in other points. We'll put them out there so that people can apply. And the card really just provides discounts on dental care. We find that a lot of people with all of the health insurance programs that they have, very few offer dental, and this way it gives every individual an opportunity to save money.
Does this apply only to folks who do not have dental coverage now, or could folks utilize this new coverage and switch over from what they have?
Well, you don't want to. It's not, like I said, it's not insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an insurance plan. So if you have dental insurance, you should not cancel your insurance and go to this plan.
Mm-hmm.
This is really for areas that or people that don't have good full dental coverage, perhaps for their families. Sometimes employers just cover the individuals. Sometimes, they may cover more. So this gives a discount to it, and it could be applicable with some insurances. So,
do you have stats, Tony, on how many families or individuals do not have coverage of any kind?
I don't have that, at hand, but we know that it's a large number. Just in given, when you step aside from areas of government that provide different levels of coverage as we do in perhaps school districts in the state. But then certain employers very rarely have dental coverage or very limited dental coverage.
Sure.
So it's one of those areas when it comes to health insurance that in different areas that that is it's at the bottom of the list in terms of universal type coverage. Similar to, we did a program a few years ago. We worked with NYSAC on the prescription card too, the PRO Act, which allows for discounts for people who don't have or have limited prescription coverage. So it's a program offered through the New York State Association of Counties, and it's something that we've been wanting to do, and we're going to kick it off today.
Oneida County Executive Tony Picente joining us on the Talk of the Town.
Tony, you mentioned working with NYSAC, New York State Association of Counties. You're serving as the president. Is this a statewide initiative?
It is. It's something that NYSAC has gotten involved in, over the past few years. There's, I want to say there's 20-some counties involved, or more than that at this point, throughout the state that are participating in this dental program. So it's something that NYSAC looks at in these areas to try and assist insurance costs and other areas that really drive up costs for families where they don't have the coverage, as I said, or we're even, in terms of areas that perhaps are low income that fall on the border of Medicaid, but still need some help with some medical services.
By the way, your guy James texting us that it's sort of similar to a discount program, like an Advantage card from a grocery store.
It
I
is.
guess.
It works. It works the same way. It typically when you go in and routine things such as cleanings and, as I said, X-rays. I mean, there's discounts offered as a part of it, so it reduces the cost that you have to pay. So it's similar. It's exactly. I mean, it's point on is it's a discount card because it doesn't, as I said, it's not insurance, and I keep reiterating that because I don't want people to get confused and cancel or seek it out as an insurance and then realize that it's not going to do that kind of payment. But
it's not an alternative. It is a cost saving.
Right. It will reduce. A typical cleaning may cost $90 or so, or $100 and thereabouts, and you could probably pay $74. So it would, on average, it would reduce it. It's a significant reduction. It's something, like an actual discount card to go to the dentist with.
Oneida County Executive Anthony J. Picente Jr. See, I threw the junior in there, and downtown parking has become an issue that we've talked about in many different areas, and I know the project has continued at the county office buildings. Where are we with that, and what will we see when this project is completed?
Well, we have a three-phase project ongoing with the county lots and improved parking. We have last year we acquired 3 parcels on Elizabeth Street that bordered, that sit on the county campus now, and purchased those for more parking. And that site is being currently cleared as we speak. The construction started about a week or so ago and started to clear that area and grade it, and that will add, that piece alone will add somewhere in the neighborhood of 160 plus parking spaces, and that'll level it up with the current county parking lot, which borders John Street and Park Ave. So, and now when that is complete, when that first phase is complete, and that parking lot is leveled and paved and striped and all of that stuff, then we will reconfigure the main county parking lot that sits on the Park Ave side, which is used for employees and the public. And then that phase will increase the amount of public spaces for the people that use the county building and the courthouse, and the employee. It'll reconfigure the employee section. When that is all completed, it'll be accessed by the employees on one separate entrance or 2 separate entrances for their ID cards, so that it's card accessed, so only employees can park in certain sections. This way it avoids the not just the confusion, but the moving of cars into public spaces, so that we keep enough spots open for the public and expand that basis. We'll reconfigure the circle area around the county office building as well. So that's phase 2. And then phase 3 is really the indoor parking garages at the county, which are on the basement levels. There's 2 levels of parking that have to be renovated as well, because as with all garages, and especially garages that are underground, their life expectancy, I mean, we've exceeded that, I think, with this building over the years. And as we go through the renovations now, another phase has to be, we have to remodel and renovate those parking garages in the building. So that'll be phase 3. And when we get that all done, we'll have plenty of spots on the campus for the public and for employees and for the courthouse, and the garages will be up to par. And so within the next 2 years, we should see a relief, more of a relief in parking, as we go through these phases.
All right, and quickly, Anthony, there's a movement on Facebook and elsewhere opposing the idea of a hospital in downtown Utica. What would you say to those folks?
Well, I would say to those folks, let's just wait and let the hospital do their due diligence in determining, what the best location is and where that is, and the matter of whether it's downtown or not really is a decision that the hospital board needs to make. Obviously, everybody can have their opinion. Nobody's stating that, but to just come out and say, no hospital in downtown without understanding what it means, what it can do, and all of the other pieces with it is really premature. And I think it just, I know that everybody has the freedom of speech, and I'm not criticizing that in any way, shape, or form. Everybody has a right to do that. I think just to wait in this process and see where exactly it is going to go. Let the engineers and the different firms and the hospital board, most importantly, determine where they think the best place for that hospital is, and then let us look at it and make our determination then. But so I just don't like to see something that is a negative base on something that really can be a very strong and positive boost for the area in terms of redirecting and solidifying and improving health care in a variety of ways, by centralizing it somewhere in the city, by enhancing the ability of recruitment and really adding to the overall economic development of the area. So I would say to them, just let's wait and let's let the process go through its course before people start deciding or even weighing in on where it should or shouldn't go.
100.7 FM WUTQ with Oneida County Executive Anthony Picente on the phone.
And a process that has been taking its course. Tony, more financial problems for MidAir up at Griffiths, owing the county some money. Where are we with that? Are we able to work something out with them, you think, or will we have to ask those folks to pack up and leave?
Well, it's an unfortunate situation, as you said from the beginning. It's something that we have been struggling with for the last really almost 2 years, 18 months plus since last year, and trying every way, shape, and form to help keep jobs at MidAir and keep people working. That has been my focus, and but there comes a point, and I've said this all along, where taxpayers can't continue to subsidize a business. That's kind of what we've been doing, or it is what we've been doing by foregoing rents for a period of time and then entering into a different type of payment plan, which it doesn't seem that they can. They started off okay earlier this year and meeting those benchmarks of paying us back and paid us, a lump sum of about $250,000, and then started on a payment plan, but then that seemed to have fallen off the table. It's unfortunate that the business is going through what it is, and we just can't continue to hold off this much longer. So at this point, they've got until September 30th to show me that they've got a plan in place in some way to continue to pay us. Otherwise, they are going to have to leave, and it's unfortunate, but we can't give them free space, and they don't have because plus when them not having the work, it doesn't equate to smart economic development or smart government in any sense. And I think we've given them more than every ample opportunity and advantage to move forward, but the market will drive that, and their business plan will drive it.
Business is business, Tony.
It is, and so I feel at this point we've done everything we could. We've tried to, as I said, focusing on keeping people working. But now as that workforce really clearly diminishes down to a very small crew, it's probably looking kind of dark before we go any further. So at that point, we have a very large hangar that is marketable, and I've always said the hangar is more marketable in total rather than in pieces. And we'll have to see what other industries are out there, and what other businesses are out there that can come in and utilize that and pay us and put people back to work.
Tony, thanks for your time today.
Always good to be on with you guys.
All right, thanks.
So, Anthony Picente. We'll go from Anthony Picente to Anthony Brindisi coming up in just a little while on the Talk of the Town at 100.7 FM WUTQ as we continue in this political season and unveil the latest news headlines next. And in the sports, a bunch of celebrities on hand last night at the U.S. Open in tennis. Stick with us on the Talk of the Town.